to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I want to pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi, and I want to pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Naryan. I want to welcome all of you to our Tuesday satsang at the Kampala Conference Center, Clear State, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. I want to welcome all those devotees and aspirants that are watching this discourse live on our live feed, locally, nationally, and internationally. And I also would like to welcome those that are going to be watching this discourse or reading the transcript when it is posted in the various groups from around the world. I want us all to observe a few seconds of silence on the passing of the aunt of Kavita at about 7 p.m. last night, and the passing of the chairperson of our Stanger branch, Mr. Krishna, Mr. Krish Krishna, at 2 a.m. this morning. Today is Vaikuntha Ekadasi, which means that Lord Naryan has opened the northern door of Vaikunth for his devotees to arrive. And I hope these two souls get the opportunity of being liberated and enters the door of Vaikunth. The funeral of Mr. Krishna is on Thursday. We will attend, those of us that can make it, at the hall. Details are on the Stanger WhatsApp group, on the Stanger branch of the ASRF WhatsApp group. And we will attend the last half an hour in the hall. Coming back, our topic for discussion today is the three Gunas. Topic for discussion today is the three Gunas. And we need to understand this confidential information given by Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna. If you neutralize your mind and absorb these three items that I'm going to discuss, I'm going to do it in my own way, breaking it down to the very basics. If you can grasp the three Gunas and the understanding on how the three Gunas operate, you will be in perpetual happiness in this lifetime itself. So let us start with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Naryan. When there is no material creation, this material nature in a subtle form called prarthana exists in the body of Lord Naryan. This entire material universe and all that you see in it involutes. It involutes. What is the meaning of involute? No teachers? The opposite of evolution is involution. Opposite of evolution is involution. So when this material universe involutes, it goes backwards to its most subtle form, and that subtle energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is called prarthana. Prarthana is the substratum of the three gunas. Gunas means modes, or Sanskrit, there are 5 or 6 similar meanings to one word, and I hope that when our ashram is built, through the grace of my Guruji, Lord Sri Ramanuj and Lord Narayan, we can have in our ashram Sanskrit classes. So that our kids in South Africa can grow up with Sanskrit and with the Vedas. Generally, when we use the word Vedas, it is taken by both those of us born in Sanatana Dharma and the Western world as secondary information regarding mythology. And somehow people get a vision of someone like Guruji with a long beard sitting right on the top of the Himalayas. Okay, there's also another pronunciation for the Himalayas. You have heard of the pronunciation? Himalayas. Okay? So whichever way you want to pronounce it, it is a misconception. In fact, the very first university So the very first and purest knowledge comes from the cosmic university. The cosmic university. And this knowledge is spoken by Lord Naryan himself through the heart of Lord Brahma. This knowledge is called scientific knowledge. What should the meaning of scientific knowledge be? What should the knowledge, or what should the meaning of scientific knowledge be? Scientific knowledge should mean knowing things as they are. Scientific knowledge should mean knowing things as they are. That should mean scientific knowledge. Scientific knowledge comes from the university of the cosmos. And the university of the cosmos was realized long before the material universities were ever thought of. In the material university, you learn a subject. That subject fits you into a societal civilization, and it pertains to specific societies. The cosmic university teaches you who you are, and the material university teaches you who you are not. So which is scientific? Teaching you things as they are, or teaching you things as they are not? The material university will teach you, I am a professor. And the cosmic university will teach you, you are not a professor. Which is as it is. Which is a scientific truth. Which is a scientific truth. Are you a professor, or are you not a professor? The cosmic university will teach you that you are the soul. You are not the body. Who is the professor? The body or the soul? The body. Because when the professor passes on, his professorship is over. Isn't it? Finishes when the body finishes. You'll say last night at 10 o'clock, Professor H.R. Samuels passed on. So as long as his body was there, he had a title, professor. And when his body left him, his professorship left him as well. So which is true? Information from the cosmic university or information from the material university? Which information is knowing things as it is? Which university should you be a student of? university. Because the only university that lasts throughout creation, or the only information that lasts as it is, 100% scientifically pure throughout creation, is the cosmic information, which is called the Vedas. Two 2,000 years ago, man's education told him that the earth was flat. Man's university told man the earth was flat. 5,000 years ago, the cosmic information stated that the earth was round. Which information is scientifically true? Which is scientific knowledge? Scientific knowledge means knowing things as they are. Is the earth round or is the earth flat? So material universities, education will fluctuate and change. Cosmic information is cast in stone. It is absolute. When the bridge of Lanka is described in the Ramayana, and when you heard that there was a bridge made of stones that was floating on the sea, the Ramayana was a mythology, was it not? And then, when NASA found that the bridge really existed, what happened to the Ramayana? It became absolute knowledge. It became pure science. Scientific knowledge means knowing things as they are. Did that bridge exist? With information from our cosmic university. The Ramayana is part of our textbook called the Itihasa from our cosmic university. Itihasas are supplementary Vedic injunctions in the form of a story. So it was not only a story. Lord Ram was here in Treta Yuga, and Treta Yuga, in about 2,000 years ago, Lord Ram was here. The city of Dwarika, in the Mahabharata, it is stated that this city was sunk under the sea by Lord Sri Krishna, and then he left for Vaikunth. So it was a mythology, Hindu gods, sunken sea, Indian Ocean, a myth. Divers have now recovered artifacts dating back to 5,000 years ago, showing a fully civilized city under the sea. Scientific knowledge is knowing things as they are. The Mahabharata, which is also an Itihasa. It is found in our cosmic university. That story is absolute because you can take a dive down to the city. Become a diver and dive either in Sri Lanka and view the bridge, or dive in Dwarika and view the sunken city. So that belief that the earth was flat, we boot out from the cosmic university. In fact, from the cosmic university, we view all other universities as insane. We view all other universities as insane. As the universities are viewing us from the cosmic university as insane. Okay? There'll be many that will watch this discourse and think this guru needs to go to King George down the road. Boya. Many will think that. Okay? So we say gurus, spiritual masters are spiritual scientists. Spiritual scientists will be cosmic scientists. And gurus will give you information from the University of the Cosmos. And one of the topics for discussion today from the University of the Cosmos, like your material universities, UDW, University of KZN, Witwatersrand, and all the great universities, material universities of the world, we hail from the biggest and the principal university from the cosmos, called Sanatana Dharma. And in Sanatana Dharma, we have 4 branches. And we come from the largest branch called the Sri Ramanuja Sampradaya. So our university is the Sri Ramanuja Sampradaya, and our information is from a set of books called the Vedas. The Sri Ramanuja Sampradaya presents information from the Vedas as it is. It was collated by our Adi Guru, the greatest cosmic professor in this Kali Yuga, and most probably this entire Kali Yuga, Lord Sri Ramanuja. He collated all the truths and he harmonized them so that it became coherent with absolutely no contradictions. There are no contradictions in the Vedas. Sanatana Dharma states explicitly, clearly, commandingly, evidentially that there is only one Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in Sanatana Dharma, we practice monotheism. Monotheism means the worship of one God only. And it is these Western society who do not understand the hierarchy of the cosmos believe that followers of Sanatana Dharma have many lords. There is only one Lord in Sanatana Dharma. And the scriptures, all the scriptures, without a shadow of a doubt, proclaim Lord Sriman Narayan as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause and the effect of these material universes. And there is no contradiction that Lord Naryan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is those of us that claim to be preachers of Sanatana Dharma who have not qualified through a bona fide sampradaya, who take bits of information from the Ramayana, from the Mahabharata, from some Purana, from Google. They go and confuse the already confused Sanatana Dharma. So it is the Westerners on one end who do not interpret the reality of Sanatana Dharma, gives wrong information about the followers of Sanatana Dharma, and it is also our own preachers and so-called leaders of temples and ashrams and institutes that take a few segments from the millions of verses in Sanatana Dharma and they give you a God of their preference. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is absolute. Absolute means there can be only one. There are 33 million cosmic administrators, and they are confused with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The state president is one, the government is many. You have councillors, you have provincial leaders, and you have national leaders. Collectively, they are called the government. Similarly, collectively, all the administrators in the universes or in this universe are called God. Gods and goddesses are subordinate to the Supreme Lord. There's a difference between God and Lord. Lord is one, gods are many. One Supreme Lord, Lord Naryan. Many gods and many goddesses, many members of the government. You cannot assume your ward councillor to have the same status as the president. Can you? So similarly, these gods and goddesses, which we have been wrongly taught to worship as supreme, cannot give you what the Supreme Personality of Godhead can. Okay? So if you are in the cosmic university, you will know things as they really are. And if you are in the material university, you'll know bits and pieces as they really are. Because just now one of my devotees will leave university. And a few might leave teaching. and join me in preaching the absolute truth. Okay? So let us get back to the topic, which is related, but I wanted to give you a background. So these three gunas, I want you to imagine them as our three electrical charges. So in Pratana, when there is no creation, residing within Lord Narayan, in the subtle form, in total equilibrium, are these three charges. Positive charge, negative charge, and neutral. You have heard of these three charges? Positive, negative, neutral. When these charges are in equilibrium, in the subtle state, within the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they have no impulsion. It means they are inactive. They are not activated. For the purposes of creation, Lord Narayan manifests himself as a universe and pervades that universe with these three charges. These three charges may be called the electron, the proton, and the neutron. And these three charges pervades the entire universe. Then the sum total of all the karma of all the living entities, the sum total of all the karma of all the living entities is projected into this material universe. So you have the three gunas and you have the sum total of all the karmas of every living entity within the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We only take one creation and we discuss creation. Creation is eternal, which means after every 311 trillion 40 billion years of creation, there's dissolution and creation takes place again, and dissolution and creation. There was never a first creation. But because we are mentally accustomed to everything having a start, a middle, and an end, this information might be inconceivable to your current conditioned mindset. Okay? It might be very difficult to conceive how something happened all the time. Notwithstanding what you're thinking, I'm going to go ahead and describe. So when the total karmas, which means from the previous creation, when the universe was absorbed back into the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the process called involution, there existed every soul, every individual soul had added karmas within the soul itself. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how great you think his supercomputer is. Zillions of souls. Zillions and an infinite amount of souls together with the karma. He creates a perfect country for you, a perfect society, and a perfect family. So when you are born, your karma is recognized with your parents' karma for you to take birth in a particular family. Nothing is a mistake. Nothing is a mistake. If you're born in a very peaceful family, who earned it? You. If you are not born in a peaceful family, who earned it? You. Alright? God only manipulated your soul to fit in a particular family with a particular destiny at a particular time in a particular country in a particular religion. Look at how perfect and absolute the Supreme Personality of Godhead is. Okay, also a pure white dog gives birth to 6 pure white pups and 1 black pup. You all saw that? Because that is that pup's karma. To have black fur. Alright? Are you all following me? So God pervades the entire universe together with these 3 charges and your accumulated karma. That karma determines how this universe functions. So who is the impetus for the creation of the material universe? Who? You. No you, no universe. No you, no karma, no reason for this universe. And you see? So this is at the universal level. At the universal level, the sum total of all the karma brings about the universe. Then, individual karma. As per your individual karma, these 3 gunas are quintuplicated. 5 satogun, 3 rajogun, 1 tamogun. Okay? It's added like that. And permutated into zillions of permutation to give you who you are today. So your body has how many charges in it? Anna? Yes. Every body has the 3 charges. Your karma determines which charge is being impelled by your mind, and I'm going to explain this now. So I want you to imagine these 3 charges as electrical wires, positive, negative, and neutral, binded around you. Binded around you. Imagine yourself to be a supercomputer with these charges. Years ago when I was trying to learn the computer, which I failed, they called this group of wires the bus. Okay, they called it the bus, about 100 wires getting plugged on somewhere. Somebody called it the bus, I don't know. Alright? But I want you to imagine within your body millions of wires twisted, but in 3s. In 3s, and ultimately they are all connected to 3, and it touches your brain. 3 buttons are touching your brain. One button is positive, other button is negative, and the other button is neutral. So these three charges is ever existed throughout your body, and it is in your mind. And impelled by your mind, you will either be positive, you will either be negative, or you will either be neutral. Positive is Sattvagun, negative is Rajagun, and neutral is Tamagun. Neutral is Tamagun. From Sattvagun emanates pure knowledge and happiness. From Sattvagun emanates pure knowledge and Sattvagun. From Rajagun emanates sexuality, sensuality, and greed. From Rajagun emanates sexuality, sensuality, and greed. These three causes attachment to the objects. Causes attachments to the objects. And when you are greedy, and if you don't get what you want, what happens to you? Sorry? You get angry. When you are greedy and you don't get what you want, from the greed emanates anger. From anger emanates delusion. From anger emanates delusion. What is delusion? Seeing things as they are not. Seeing things as they are not. And from Tamagun, you get indolence. What is indolence? Teachers, professors, lack of activity. Indolence is lack of activity. You know, you get these people sit all day, want to do nothing, want to think nothing. You'll get these people, okay? And their source of activity comes from false knowledge. Their source of activity comes from false knowledge. Tamogun is activated from knowledge which is false. Knowledge which is false means you are in a delusion. Knowledge which is false means, Nilendra, you are in a delusion. Delusion means you're making things up in your mind. So when Tamogun impels your mind, you are indolent, you're always sleepy, always sleepy. Okay? And laziness, sloppiness. Okay? That means your accumulated karma from your previous lifetime, when it was permutated together with the three gunas, that's where you landed. Who's responsible for that state of yours at this point in time? Who? You. Rajogun is where the I and my come in. My wife, my husband, my car, my job, my daughter, everything, my, and mine. In Rajogun and my feelings, my attitude, my way or no way or the highway or the free. Okay? That when the mind is impelled by the mode of passion, and to sum up all the mice, it's called selfishness. It's called selfishness. You are selfish because you only worried about yourself. And Sattvagun is selfless. Is selfless. You forget that you are hungry. You forget that your head is paining. You take that one panado and give it to the next man whose head is paining. And you will say that God will sort me out. You take your last food and you give it to the next person. When you become sharing and caring, then you are in Sattvagun, where everyone in the world comes first, even your husband and your wife. You understand? Before you. And if you illuminate with Satguru, then this satsang is for you. Because from Satguru starts your journey into self-realization. So your mind presses the button of Tamogun. You go sleepy, slothy, inactive, and you will depend on false information, and false information is delusion. But you'll come and argue with the Guru. I know. You will argue with the Guru. Alright? That you know. Whilst you are deluded, you will tell the Guru you know. Through your false information. False information means information that does not have a reality. It is not tangible. All those of you that's making stories in the mind, as soon as a story starts, bang your head on the wall. The other switch will activate. Alright? These are very subtle switches. As soon as you see stories forming in the mind, bang your head on the wall. And let the other switch. If you are in Tamogun and you're making stories that does not exist, come to Rajogun. And if you are in Rajogun and you are selfish and everything is about you, bang your head against the wall and come to Sattvagun. Sattvagun is also an attachment because you get attached to pure knowledge and happiness. And when you're tired of pure knowledge and happiness, bang your head against the wall. You'll come to the Suddha Sattva state, where the three gunas, the three charges in your body, they would not impel your mind. They will not impel your mind. You can witness everything in your body. you can starve in happiness. Somebody can insult you, you'll be happy. You can live in happiness through insult. You can live in happiness, Natasha, through injury. Through injury, that body is not yours. Okay? When you live out of the three gunas. So I hope the only mystery in your life is the mystery of the three gunas. If you understand the three gunas, you don't even need a guru. You can become a guru yourself. If you understand the mystery of the three gunas. Okay? So I think when I build my ashram, I'm going to make my life easy. Alright? I'll have 3 head banging places on my wall. Tamagun, Rajagun, and Satagun. And as you come for Aarti, go bang your head and go out. As you come for Aarti, I'll show you where to go. You bang your head and you go out. No, you don't have to discuss, because the Guru can see from the 3 colors of your aura in which guna you are. You can never bluff the Guru. Kabir, you can never bluff the Guru. Guru can see from your color, white, blue or red. Your aura is your guna. Your aura is your guna. And you can't leave your aura at all. And even if you cover your aura with a cape, you know Superman wears a cape and sunglasses, the aura still permeates through the cape. I'll still see you. I don't want a whole lot of Supermen and women next week. Yeah. Okay? So I think we are ending 2018, and those of you that are confused as to why the boat that you are rowing is still in one position is because you are in the wrong guna or wrong gear. Alright? You on T or R. You're supposed to be in S or SS. Alright? So T is tamoguna, wrong gear. And if you entered the satsang through T, change it to Rajoguna. If you entered the satsang in Rajoguna, change it to Sataguna. And those of you that have taken initiation, it is embarrassing to be in Sataguna as well. You should be in SS, Sudha Sattva. Alright? So start changing gears. Otherwise your boat will be in one place. And the impulsion of the mind will be giving you a different reading. Alright? The mind will be passing a scenery past you on this side and deluding you that you are moving. The boat is still there. The boat is still there. You'll see a very fast scenery on this side. Very fast scenery on this side, and you'll be so happy you're moving. That's in Tamagun. You are going nowhere slowly. Okay? So you should take, every new year we take a resolution. You should take a resolution, and I'm saying seriously, that you should move from the guna that you are in. Okay? I never say gun, I said guna, alright? From the guna that you are in, you must shift the next gear. You think that's easy? For 2019, everyone will be in different gears. Yes, I'll see you. As you walk in the door, if you are red, you must be blue. And if you are blue, you must be white. And if you are in white, I want you to see it colorless. Then you'll be in absolute consciousness. So this satsang is about self-realization. And the journey to self-realization is changing your gears from tamagun to rajagun to satagun to sudasa. Are there any questions? Did you tag Lizzie? Is she on? She's on. Okay, are there any questions on the floor? Narayan.